Want to live in a $5 million home for under $1 million? This is why everyone wants to live in this top suburb. Today, we're going to talk about what makes El Dorado Hills one of the top communities people are choosing to live in. But before we look at the now, let's take a moment and look at the past.
Bring your family to visit El Dorado Hills, 10,000 acres rich with the promise of a golden future. A city is growing here while you watch, and you have a rare opportunity to grow with it, with schools, shopping, underground utilities, and even your own country club. These are 6 snug villages, each home with its own view. This is elbow room you can feel. Elbow room that's guaranteed by permanent greenbelt, land planning designed to meet the future. A whole new way of community living. You and your family should see it now.
I don't know about you, but I really wish I could have purchased back then. Those 6 villages you saw in the commercial, we are now at over 50 different villages. And if you want to learn more about the different communities of El Dorado Hills, well, you're on the right channel. I've also got a great village map on my website, and I'll make sure the link is below. But the reality is that just after a few minutes talking with a client about what they're looking for, I almost immediately know what villages to show them first. Some clients are focused on top-rated schools or just getting into the entry-level price point of the community, while others are looking for exclusivity, luxury, and a country club lifestyle living. You know, one of the occupational hazards of being a real estate agent, there are just too many gorgeous communities in the Tri-County area to fall in love with. And honestly, over the last 3 decades, I have lived in all 3 counties. I've got stories and insights from every corner. When my husband and I were first starting out, we made our first home in the Rockland area, which is in Placer County. Later, as life and income grew, we upgraded to the lush, water-rich neighborhoods of Granite Bay. Seriously, it felt like living in our small slice of paradise. Then, once the kids came along, we made the move to Folsom to be closer to our family. Both of us grew up here in El Dorado County, which is where El Dorado Hills is, so being close to the grandparents was always part of the plan, kind of moving away and working ourselves back home. And here's the thing. Because I've lived in all of these places, I bring a really unique perspective as a real estate agent. I know all the real-life pros and cons of each area, not just what you'll read about on a brochure. So when families are thinking about moving here, I can walk them through what life actually feels like living in each community to help them figure out the best fit for their own lifestyle. Most of the time, people are shopping for either the Highway 50 side, which is Folsom, El Dorado Hills, or the Highway 80 side, which is your Rockland and Granite Bay. Understanding both sides of both freeways is really helpful before you make a decision of where you want to be. To be honest, what I love most about living in El Dorado Hills is my own little slice of heaven, my home. It took me a hot minute to find the right property on land with views of Folsom Lake, downtown Sacramento, and the snow-capped Sierra Foothill Mountains. I wanted land, a big garden, and my own personal petting zoo. And since El Dorado Hills is all about affordable luxury, I jokingly call us the El Dorado Hillbillies. Now, El Dorado Hills is the most westernly portion of El Dorado County, which is closest to the action of downtown Sacramento and our neighbors in Folsom. Our Navigate Realty office is in the El Dorado Hills Business Park, but I'm actually looking out the window now and I see Folsom Ranch, so the areas are very close together. What surprises most people when they visit El Dorado Hills is just how beautiful it really is. Tucked into California's Sierra Nevada mountains, exactly 30 miles east of Sacramento. We sit above the Sacramento Valley fog, but below the heavy snow line, which gives us the perfect little weather bubble. You can wake up to more than 260 sunny days a year. No thick fog covering everything, and you're still close to all the places that you want to be. But there's more. You can be in downtown Sacramento in just 33 minutes, in the Bay Area in about 2 hours, and my favorite part, you can be in Lake Tahoe in just an hour and a half. Unless, of course, it's a Friday afternoon. That could take you up to 3 hours. What locals love is that you can actually go skiing in the morning and still be home for dinner. The roads here make it super easy to get around. Highway 50 runs right through the area, and Interstate 5 and 80 are only 25 minutes away. That means you can drive to San Jose in about 3 hours, Los Angeles in 8 hours, and even Portland in 8 hours. And there's a new expressway project that's making it even easier to get from Highway 99 and 50 to Interstate 5. So getting places from here just keeps getting better and better. Besides the location, I'm going to show you why homes here, or the average sales price here, is just under $1 million. We'll get into prices and what kind of return you could get on your investment in just a bit. But here's why the location is so awesome. Dorado Hills is set in a spot where the land really changes from place to place. You get all kinds of different views depending on where you are. The land goes from 200 feet high to over 1,200 feet high. That means amazing views in every direction. People who live here can see the Sacramento Valley and Folsom Lake. And from the high spots, you get stunning views of the Sierra Nevada mountains. What really gets me excited when I show people around Dorado Hills is knowing that they're entering the gateway to El Dorado County. You get the best of both worlds. You're close to stores, restaurants, and jobs, but you're also super close to nature. The elevation here gives you great weather. Now, lots of people who live in El Dorado Hills drive to work in Sacramento or even the Bay Area. On average, the drive is about 30 minutes. There's also a local bus service called El Dorado Transit, and it runs 5 times in the morning and 6 times in the afternoon between El Dorado County and downtown Sacramento. But living here isn't just good for people who want to commute. There's a lot of big companies that have come to El Dorado Hills too. Blue Shield of California is here, along with Broadridge Financial Solutions and Nugget Markets. There's also a business park, where we are now, south of Highway 50, that keeps attracting new companies. They're coming here because it costs less than Silicon Valley, but they still get to stay close to Sacramento, which is why they're selling their $5 million house and trading it in for $1 million. The growth in this area is also really smart. The Greater Sacramento Economic Council and the El Dorado Hills Chamber of Commerce recently held a big meeting to talk about how to bring even more jobs here. And here's something else that makes this area valuable. El Dorado Hills doesn't just grow up without a plan. The county makes sure all new buildings follow strict rules. That includes checking how it affects the environment and making sure new buildings look good and fit the area. This kind of control keeps the community nice and it helps home values stay strong. So now that you know why this place is such a smart location, let me show you all the things that make people feel like they're living in affordable luxury every day. But before we get into that, if you're thinking about finding your dream home in Northern California, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I share tips about local neighborhoods, what's happening in the market, and even homes that don't show up in normal listing sites. The stuff you can do around here is so cool that when people first see it, they don't even believe this is what normal suburban life can be like. But it is. And honestly, it's even better than they think. Let's start with the main highlight when it comes to fun things to do outside. That would be the huge El Dorado Hills Community Park. This place is nothing like your regular neighborhood park. It has 3 sports fields that can be easily used for different games, a big swimming pool and smaller pool for the kids, a fenced dog park with space for both big and small dogs, and even a state park. There's also a big building with a gym, a classroom, a dance floor, and a kitchen. Plus, there are basketball court areas with trees and nature, a meeting area with a pavilion, and a hangout spot just for teens. Now, the El Dorado Hills Community Services District started way back in 1962, and it now takes care of more than 550 acres of parks and open land. There are 28 different parks, from small neighborhood ones to big community ones. They have a plan to give residents plenty of park space. They also try to make sure there is a park within walking distance of where you live. That kind of planning is not something you see just anywhere. There is even a group in charge of all the activities here and programs for all ages. They have things for kids, teens, adults, and even seniors. This includes preschool classes, teen activities, adult lessons, senior meetups, swimming programs, local events, and sports teams. They put out 3 activity guides each year so everyone knows what's going on and how to join in on the fun. And just wait until you see how all of these awesome parks and programs make home prices go up. I'll show you some numbers later that prove why people are happy to pay more to live here. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite place, El Dorado Hills Town Center, where you can enjoy shopping, dining, and just hanging out with friends and family. This is the place where everyone gathers. It has stores, great food, and fun things to do, just like you'd find in a big city. You've got restaurants like Milestone, South Fork Grill, the Mimosa House, and CK Night Steakhouse. There's also a Target, a Nugget grocery store, a movie theater, and lots of little shops. Even my own little church sits at the very top of Town Center, where we hold community events throughout the year. One of everyone's favorite up on the hill is called Summerland, where kids aged 4 years through 5th grade have the time of their lives during the summer. Now, Town Center's scheduled events throughout the year are always amazing. There's Tuesday tune-ins in Theater Plaza, live on the Boulevard on Thursday nights. It's a concert series. Certified Farmers Market every Sunday, and even summer concerts. It's like having a year-round festival schedule without ever having to leave your neighborhood. And we take the 4th of July incredibly serious here. The whole community comes together to celebrate. The real favorite here is Folsom Lake, which is just a few minutes away. This huge lake has 75 miles of shoreline and is one of the most popular places to hang out in California. In fact, I'm a little sore today from hiking Cheesemaker at the Browns Ravine Loop just yesterday. While there are so many trails here, this loop is located in the southern end of Folsom Lake at the Folsom Lake Recreation Area. This loop begins at a parking area off of Green Valley Road. This rolling loop takes you through a woodland area and the Brown Ravine Trail that wraps along the shore of Folsom Lake with some beautiful views in the southern end of the Folsom Lake access off of Green Valley Road. It's about a 3.1 mile in length hike. Be prepared to gain 341 feet in elevation, and it will take you about an hour to an hour and a half to make the full loop. Now at Folsom Lake, you can go boating, jet skiing, water skiing, wakeboarding, kayaking, paddleboarding, and fishing. You can swim at the beaches or go sailing. And El Dorado Hills is close to Folsom Lake Marina at Browns Ravine, so it's super easy to get your boat on the water or store it when you're done. Now let's talk about something that makes this place really stand out: golf and the country club lifestyle. Serrano Country Club is the top spot in town. It has an 18-hole championship golf course designed by internationally renowned golf course architect Robert Trent Jones II. This is not just any course. It's got hills and natural land features, a 34,000 square foot clubhouse with dining, 4 tennis courts with lights, a huge swimming pool, a spa, and a gym with workout options. And of course, Lake Tahoe is just a short drive away. You can either go skiing in the winter or swimming and hiking in the summer. The American River is right nearby too. You can go whitewater rafting, fish for salmon, or just swim and relax. The Sierra Nevada mountains are so close and offer hiking, climbing, and snow sports when the weather gets cold. For our wine enthusiasts, both El Dorado County and Amador County feature local wineries and breweries for you to get your tasting on. What I enjoy when I'm showing people around is seeing how surprised they are about how beautiful this place really is. They come in thinking they'll see a few nice things, but then they realize it's not just about having parks and shops. It's about living in a place where every day is full of fun, relaxation, and connecting with others. That kind of lifestyle is really hard to find. But having great amenities is one part. Let me show you how the real estate prices that prove El Dorado Hills isn't too expensive. It's actually a great deal for what you get. The housing market is in a great spot right now. As of mid-2025, home prices are staying strong. The median sales price was about $995, and homes went pending in around 22 days. Homes typically sell for about 99% of the list price, and the popular listings go under contract even faster. Sometimes within a week, we will see multiple offers on those super special properties. Those are homes that have those resort-style backyards, built-in swimming pools, and owned solar. This is why buyers need to act quickly if they find something they love. But there's something a lot of people didn't realize. Homes in El Dorado Hills hold their value so well because of the people who live here. There are over 50 different neighborhoods in El Dorado Hills, actually around 53 villages, designed as distinct villages with unique styles and amenities. Some of the more established neighborhoods, including Ridgeview, St. Andrews, Crown, Governors, Stonegate, Franciscan, Marina, and Lake Hills, these feature diverse housing designs, open spaces, and mature landscaping that gives each village its own character. Then you have the newer neighborhoods, which are designed with modern master plans. Let's start with Serrano. It's one of the most exclusive places to live in town. Serrano is divided by Serrano Parkway, and on one side you have the production homes, and on the other side you have custom and semi-custom homes that are behind a 24/7 manned guard gate. Now, each of the production homes are behind gated communities as well. You'll find that Serrano's custom homes start on the low of about 1.7 and end up at the high at about 4 million. These homes have 24-hour manned guard gates and feature eco-friendly systems like recycled water irrigation and solar power. Another amazing neighborhood is Blackstone. This one is all about resort-style living. There's a huge clubhouse called The Club with 3 pools, a spa, and a fitness center. The community uses solar panels, recycled water, and has over 1,000 homes. Some gated, some open, so there's something for everyone. Now, to the contrary to what some people might think, home values haven't skyrocketed recently. In 2024, the market actually saw a slight pullback year over year. According to market data, median sale prices were actually down about 3.3% compared to mid-2024, reflecting a balanced market where sellers and buyers share the leverage. One big reason people feel good about buying here is the location. You're close to job centers like downtown Sacramento, and yet surrounded by open space. Plus, there isn't much undeveloped land left, so the new supply is limited, keeping demand high. In premium neighborhoods like Serrano, the Summit, Promontory, these properties with lake views or clubhouse access trade at even higher prices. One of the most interesting things about El Dorado Hills is how carefully it grows. Every new development must follow the county's comprehensive plan, undergoing environmental reviews and receive community input. There are strict design guidelines to ensure new buildings blend in and protect view sheds. They also coordinate road improvements, traffic studies, and school capacities so infrastructure keeps pace with growth. So when you take it all in, it makes sense why people are moving to El Dorado Hills and why homes here go for what they do. Whether you want a quiet, family-friendly neighborhood, a high-end gated community, or something built with the environment in mind, you can find it here. That's what makes El Dorado Hills more than just a place to live. It's a whole lifestyle. If you're serious about making El Dorado Hills your home, you'll want someone who really knows the market. Email me at info@teamnavigate.com and let's get you started today. I've been the top listing agent in El Dorado County for over 3 years. I know the neighborhoods, the price ranges, and how to spot the right opportunity. And if this deep dive into El Dorado Hills was helpful for you, check out the next video linked below. I'm touring a stunning home in Dorado Country Club, and if you're buying a home in 2025, this might be the one that changes everything. You'll definitely want to see it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.